Welcome to the channel. Yeah, man, Jaden Chase. And yes, we have breaking news for your ears. Hope all is well with you and yours. Now remember to like the video and drop your comment in the comment section. Now the police have confirmed that a male prisoner who attempted to escape custody this morning at Kingston Public Hospital was shot and injured by police. Of course, big up the hard-working members of law enforcement. Now, the prisoner reportedly asked to use the bathroom facilities. And while inside the facility, he jumped from the window. He was then chased by a policeman who had no choice but to use lethal force. The prisoner is now nursing wounds in addition to what he was taken to KPH for in the first place. The police corporate communications unit have indeed confirmed the incident. No nation, talk to me. This is not a situation where Indicom need to investigate. This is clearly a lawman using the powers given to him by the state for subdue an already arrested criminal who are trying to escape. And with so much criminals already on the loose, of course, we could not allow another one for them return to the streets. Now, nation, on to the other stories making headlines today. Now, nation, it seems as if the attorney assigned to Roshane Barnett's case might resign following the heavy backlash now being received by Ms. Harris. Now, she stated that, first and foremost, she was court appointed this case, but is now on the receiving end of a seemingly endless string of disgusting comments because she has dared to take on the case. She was quoted as saying, "It makes me feel sad that so many persons are not cognizant of the process. It is a part of our judicial system that every accused needs legal representation. What also makes me sad, too, is for people to associate representing someone to mean that you have accepted or condone whatever gruesomeness that their allegations have said that they have done." Pointing out that, first and foremost, she does not condone the actions of Barnett, nor is she in support of the action he has been accused of. She's stating that she's just the legal representation. But truth be told, at that some people though did think as if the family did pay some money and she decided to take on the case. It seems as if that was not the situation. The attorney was also pointing out that as an individual who practices criminal law, she has been involved in numerous high-profile cases. She says among them, she was on the Vibes Cartel trial, in which she was the lawyer for Kyra Jones. She says she was also legal representation for the gruesome situation that took place in St. Catherine with her mother and her daughter in 2011. But she says the backlash that she has faced from this case in particular, she wonder, Wagwan. Now, she gave us an insight into her mindset and how she was able to take on cases like this, which is what most people are wonder. How could you represent an individual who you, as I would say, don't believe should be free if these charges are true? And if it is true that a lawyer asks a client to tell them the whole story, if she knows the whole story, how is it that individuals are still able to defend these individuals? Well, she stated, it is not new or strange for her to do these type of matters, being a criminal lawyer, Harris said. What I do is, I say to myself that these persons are still human beings and that they are going to be facing a judge and a court and other lawyers. They at least need to know what the system is. They need to understand what is happening. They need to know what their options are, and the law needs to be explained to them. They need legal representation. True. And she again quoted as saying that although she has been a defense counsel for quite some time and she knows that this attracts backlash, she has never before experienced the level of venom that has been associated with Barnett's case. She said this is new. She said while referencing a social media comment she read, she said it saddened her and she was upset when she heard people saying that as a woman, she has no heart, based on the fact that she's representing Barnett. She says the gender bias she feels is real And the expectations of what a female attorney does and what a male attorney does is amazing that persons still hold these specific gender roles. And that's what stands out in her mind, she says. She says, as it pertains to the director of public prosecution seeking the death penalty, she says she's against death penalty in all circumstances. And that to her, a state-sanctioned reprisal slaying is more like revenge and not justice. What do you think about that? That was also something very deep, stating that if crime and violence is the issue, when the state is now sanctioning the violence, does that make it any different? Well, based on the fact that she's an attorney, she knows that, and all the while the judicial system get it right. Meanings, like, even if the individual is indeed guilty, if there's not enough evidence to convict, they know it go. Those individuals are released. And that is the judicial system to date. I will not talk about locally. We are talking about across the globe. And that is why even in North America, even though you have certain states where have capital punishment on the books, and numerous judges have indeed said, yes, this person should get capital punishment. There are still lobby groups overseas who are stating that this should not be the way forward for any country we are move forward in the future. Rehabilitation is still what is talked about. But recently we see attorneys pointing out that based on the situation and the conditions of certain prisons, rehabilitation seems to be something that is more wishful thinking than actually something taking place. Overseas, in certain first world countries, they have adopted this method, stating that maybe the environment, and this is a study that has been conducted, people are affected by their environment. And if caged and treated like animals, of course, after a certain amount of years, you are now releasing individuals who felt chained and caged like animals. Some people react different. But the crime and violence will take place on the island, people have said, no, something has to be done. Or we have to think about law-abiding citizens and civilians, where if you go to and from about their day-to-day business and still have to deal with that type of situation. So talk to me in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about the whole situation. As I'm going to say a quick recap. An individual was shot by law enforcement after attempting to flee the KPH public hospital. And also, the attorney assigned by the court to Barnett's case is saying that she's facing heavy backlash from the public. More backlash than she has ever faced in any criminal trial. Talk to me, nation. Tell me what you think. If you're new to the channel, just a pass through, but you like the reason, of course, you like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and of course, put it on all. And this is how you know we'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share. Tell a friend for tell them sister and them brother them for check out the channel, go the reason, join the discussion, the comment section on me 24/7, never lucky yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there, and we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. Now, of course, my sentiments for you and yours, you know what I mean? If you want to live, love, and prosper, of course, we want to stay tuned until we reason again. We don't know how we're going on the island, people. But the good thing is, with a combined effort from the people and the state wanting a better Jamaica, that can still be accomplished. The people of us want it. The people of us want a safer Jamaica. A Jamaica with the right leadership. A way the leadership does what it intends to do and does not get sidetracked by the different happenings. A police force equipped with the necessary equipment so that they can do the proper policing. A judicial system up to date that the seemingly endless backlog can be sorted out. A state where our wharves are not just being accused of importing illegal weapons, but facilitate the growth of the country, where people can import, export freely, and grow their businesses. That way them can employ more Jamaicans. So we can stop look to the state to create jobs. And individuals, true entrepreneurs, can create jobs, return big businesses where eventually employ whole heap of Jamaicans. That's what the country need. Upon a business like Amazon, a man started out of him garage. That's $1 billion company now. People there in Jamaica buy things from him. Think about that. We can start industries where at first we have the Caribbean. And then we can expand to the wider world. Talk to me in the comment section. Until the reason again, live, love, and prosper. Stay tuned.